right, here with the main event, Joe Pyfer, man. I mean, we're here in Seattle, of course. Just how are you doing? How are you enjoying the city so far, if you've got to explore it all or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I think Seattle's a cool place so far. I haven't really seen much of it, but from what I have seen, it's a very beautiful city. It's actually very clean. I'm also coming from Philadelphia.
Right.
So not much is clean there. But, yeah, no, it's very scenic. I think I love nature. I love how green it is. Yeah, it's cool. I want to, after all these interviews, go explore a little bit and see what Seattle's got. But so far, I'm enjoying my stay.
Okay. Space Needle mandatory then?
No. I'm not a Heights guy.
Okay, not a Heights guy. All right.
Yeah. I'm not really impressed by it. I mean, well, that's not true.
There's taller buildings.
I'm sure it's really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
No. It's not even that it's taller. It's just like it freaks me out. I think it's really cool that, what is it? It rotates at the top?
No,
it does.
Think so.
Maybe. Yeah, I think it rotates at the top.
I was there last year, but I don't remember it rotating.
Yeah, I just listen. I'm
yeah.
afraid of heights, man. And
Fair enough.
It skeeves me out.
For sure, man. But yes, of course, we're here to fight. You're here to fight. I'm not here to fight. But man, this is a question I always love asking fighters. So I thought it'd be an interesting one for you, man. But we hear it time and time again. The basic question, or one of them, is like, "How's the camp going?" Nobody's gonna say it's bad, right? Before the fight, usually. So for you, man, like, what makes a good camp? Because I would imagine it's got to kind of suck, right? To be a good camp, to get as much out of it as possible, but maybe not. How do you describe your, good, perfect camp?
Just being injury-free, to be honest. If I can be injury-free, then it's an amazing camp. Yeah, so, but we all got our bumps and bruises, you know what I mean? It is what it is when you're pushing the red line all the time. You're gonna get hurt at some point, but yeah, no, it's been a great camp. I'm in great shape. I trained my butt off for it, and yeah, I couldn't really do any more than I did with the time I was given.
I wasn't fishing for you to say it was a good camp.
No, I know.
Yeah. So yes, of course, getting ready here for Israel Adesanya, big one for you, man. And I think this matchup's super interesting because Adesanya is at a point, I think, where obviously results-wise, he's sliding, but performance-wise, not necessarily, right?
Yeah.
Got finished by Imavov in his last fight, but before that, he was looking, as good as he ever has usually. But against a guy like you who carries all this power, and I don't know, do you feel that Adesanya's chin is maybe crumbling, despite him still looking as good as he has, just the accumulation of damage? Do you think that's something that's adding up maybe?
I think he's always had the same chin. I mean, if that was the case, you could go all the way back to when he got left hook flatlined in kickboxing and be like, he can't take a punch. He's taken shots. If you look at even Alex Pereira shots, who's, one of the hardest hitters in the UFC, he was taking a lot of those shots, and he still didn't get put out one shot. So, and he's never been put out flat besides just that one time. He's been rocked and TKO'd, so I don't look too much into it. I do think that I have the power that could flatline him, but I got to get to him.
Yeah.
So I don't think I expect a very good version of him, and maybe his chin is going. Well, he knows that. I don't know.
Right. I mean, is it one of those matchups too where maybe you kind of want to prove yourself more in the striking because that's his thing, one of the best strikers?
Nah, bro.
Get the win. Yeah.
At this level, get me both my checks. That's all I care. It's like, I don't care if he's half dead and didn't show up and people are like, you beat an old wash. I don't care.
Yeah.
Give me both my checks. Let me win. Let me go do my thing. There's plenty of other fighters I'm going to have wars with. You know what I mean? So if this could be the easiest fight of my life, I know it'll be a blessing.
Perfect.
Because I know he's not an easy fight, obviously. Right. So toughest test of my career, best talent I've ever fought. And, I'll give him all that respect when I go in there and try to beat him.
Absolutely, man. And just speaking of chins, I wanted to ask you about the Kelvin fight, just because I don't think the guy can't be knocked out. Being in there,
to be honest, I didn't knock him out because I didn't follow up the shots. I was looking for the one hitter quitter, and obviously I showed I could hurt him, but I just kind of let him off the hook because I really wanted to flatline him, which I think led to it becoming a boring fight in the end because I was just one. But when I hit him, I got big reactions every time. It's just I wasn't following it up. But KG's tough. Just look at the fight that he had with Izzy. But I didn't take a single ounce of damage. I got hit 6 times. The only thing that ever irked me about that fight was that anybody could think that it was close. I was like, bro, it's
no, not really.
It wasn't close. So it wasn't that exciting after the first round, but it wasn't close.
Right. Still a good win, man, for sure. And the middleweight division, very interesting now. You're just talking to Doug over there, and I don't want to ask you the same thing about the Strickland stuff, but with I also believe Imavov should get the title shot and everything, but the argument is like that the fight will be more exciting and all that. I don't know.
It doesn't matter, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what's going to be more exciting. Imavov earned that.
Yes.
And he went from a guy who wasn't winning. Like, he lost a couple guys in the beginning, and, you've seen him develop so much, right? So it's like he's earned his title shot. Give him the title shot. And so has Sean Strickland. He's earned it, but you shouldn't have jumped him. And But also, I don't know I don't know what the combos were. I don't know if he was hurt. I don't know if he was ready. I don't know if Hamzat was ready and didn't want to wait. I don't know. Like, I don't get involved in that. But I don't know. I think Imavov is deserving of the next title shot at the very least. I think he earned it. He knocked out Izzy. I think anybody who can knock out Izzy deserves a title shot.
So how do you see the fight going then? You think?
I definitely believe I can finish him. I can't say I can see how it goes. I have had tons of dreams and visions of how it can go.
Yeah.
But it's I know I can finish him, brother. I know I can knock him out. I know I can submit him. So. And I know I can bang with him for 25 minutes and 5 rounds. So it's just going to be the decisions I make. I gotta be disciplined. I can't be overzealous. That's where he catches people.
Right. And then what about the title fight? Do you think it'll be Hamzat as usual, or?
I'm hoping Sean Strickland. I'm Team USA, man. So I like Sean Strickland. I think he he's really, with how much trauma that man has in his life still, he's done a very impressive job at constantly being resilient and trying to be, a world champion. So I think he's a tough dude, and I hope he wins. I'm Team USA, bro.
Of course, man. Of course, and
I know he'd be an active champion fighting.
Right.
He would fight more than Hamzat.
Yes, yeah. I mean, he was trying to do that, and cost him, unfortunately. But yeah, that's how it goes. We mentioned punching power that you have, Joe. Do you still get punching power, the test thing that brought up?
No,
to you?
so they
People
took
questioning that.
I mean, everybody likes to bring it up, but it just sounds cringe because they didn't officially give me the record and all that, and it pissed me off at the time. Sure. But you know what, bro? I know I'm one of the hardest hitters. I think I can keep proving that. And, I mean, who cares? Like, what do I need it for? Bragging rights? Like, I know I hit hard. I know I can fight. I know I'm one of the best in the world. That's why I'm sitting here. And, I just need to let go of all that crap and just worry about me.
Yeah, of course, man. And are you a big football guy being from Philly, or?
I do. I like to be. Yeah. No, I don't have to. No, I don't have to do anything. I choose to be a fan of football. I like watching it, but I'm not a huge fan, but I'm a fan.
Because I'm curious, like, just your thoughts on. There's always a talk of athletes from other sports being maybe better than MMA fighters, but I don't know. We haven't seen like a football player kind of come over, like,
and have a ton of success.
A ton of success, right? Yeah. Like, do you think there's anything to that theory of just like?
Yeah, I do. I think that there's a very different demand on you mentally to be able to do what we do at this level. And it's not always about who the better athlete is. It's about who's the stronger mind, who's more disciplined, and like that transfers into your personal life too. Like, how disciplined are you outside of the cage? Because when you get in there, now you got pressure, you got fans, you got all the lights, and it can really make you feel like an ant.
Right.
Like, it can really, like, people's anxiety will cripple them. There's all kinds of stories of people that have such bad anxiety that they can't get out of bed. And imagine doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think even if you come from NFL, you're still on a team. It's still like a bro community. Like, you guys are hanging out, drinking Gatorade in between, switching sides. And same thing with almost every sport besides fighting. So, I think it's that's tough, bro.
I know.
This is one of the toughest sports in the world by far.
No, I think you summarized that pretty well. And also, it's a team sport versus single sport type of thing.
Yeah.
Not that you don't have a team also, but different. All right, Joe. Well, last thing I'll leave with you, man. Do you want to play a quick game of Explain This Post? I like playing this sometimes. And I believe, because you're 1 year younger than me, so I believe this was when you were a junior in high school. This is one of your first Instagram posts. Can you explain this post for me?
So that is Ricardo Miglarice, and that's at Bounce Studios. That used to be in Center City, Philadelphia. This is 2014, so this was my senior year. I had the red and black hair because I was the only one that made it to States.
Mayhem style, dude.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I used to be a fan of him. So that was literally right before I went to States, and I was the only one that made it, so I was in there wrestling with him. And I am 18 years old there, or 17 years old. but I've known Ricardo Miglerese since I was 5 years old.
Wow, man.
Yeah,
Awesome. Still keep in touch, I'm sure.
Of course, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
All right, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, you can leave it off on that note, Joe. But I appreciate you. Best of luck with everything.
Thank you. That was a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
That was
Thank you.
good.
Thank you.
That makes a difference. So thank you. I
yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Of course.